My name is Helen McGinn and my specialist subject is wine. I'm delighted to be back to introduce our second Fortnum's wine edit. This is the English wine edit. And what's really exciting about this is that Fortnum's have actually been championing English wine for over 40 years. I can't wait to get stuck in. Our first wine is this one here, which is the Fortnum Mason English Sparkling Brut Non-Vintage. So this is made by Camel Valley down in Cornwall. This is such a lovely wine. It is a real favourite of mine. This one is a blend of Chardonnay, Pinot Noir and Céval Blanc, which is traditionally found here quite a lot. Obviously Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are grown all over the world, and they're the two grapes that you'll find in Champagne. But I love the fact that there's Céval in here too, because it adds a real, I think, an orchard fruit flavour to it, and for me that is classic English sparkling. This really is the perfect party starter and aperitif wine. It gets the taste buds going. And another really gorgeous note about it is it's actually the first English winery to be awarded a royal warrant. This one here is the Fortnum Mason English Sparkling Brut Vintage 2016, made by Wiston Estate in Sussex. So this is made from the same grapes as Champagne. So you've got Chardonnay, Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier in there. But the real secret to this is it's aged on its lees for 6 years, which gives it a real toasty character and a nuttiness as well. So it honestly is as good as any aged Champagne. It's got that depth, it's got that complexity, it's got all those lovely flavours. You could put it with fish and chips, or you could put it with something more serious, but honestly I would be tempted to have a glass of this at the end of the meal. It's the perfect palate cleanser. This one is the Langham Rosé, an English sparkling rosé, and this one's from Dorset. And the vineyard is actually only about 10 miles from the coast. So the winemaker there, Tommy Grimshaw, he's in his 20s. He's an absolute star on the English winemaking scene. And honestly, the wines he makes are joyous. This is a joyous rosé. It's a blend of classic Champagne grapes in there, but he also adds a little bit of oak-aged red wine, so it has this incredible colour. And I can only describe the flavours of this as like wild strawberries with a bit of toast. It's absolutely gorgeous. You put it in the glass and you can't help but feel happy. Food-wise, put it with anything pink. So think salmon, think prawns, or even Eton mess. This one here is an English still wine. So about 2/3 of what we make in this country is sparkling, but actually still wine is on the rise. And this one is called Saltera. It's a Chardonnay made by a great winemaker called Dermot Sugrue. And what he's done here is something really quite different. He's made a Solera aged Chardonnay. So that means he's blending different vintages here. Think of this as a kind of a totally different way of tasting English wine. If you haven't tried a still English wine before and you start with this one, you will be blown away. It's got a kind of rich lemony character, but also this amazing saltiness. That's the only way to describe it. It's a real indication of what is to come on the English still wine scene. So this is the Fortnum Mason English Rosé 2023. English Rosé as well is a really exciting prospect because our climate is naturally quite cool, and that's good for producing wines with real freshness. And if there's one thing that I love a rosé to be, it's fresh. There's a real cocktail of grapes in here, and that's what's so lovely often about these own label wines is the story behind them. You know, in here there are so many different flavours. So you've got rosehip, you've got a bit of wild strawberry, you've got that classic English hedgerow flavour. It will go with anything that you eat outdoors. So think barbecues, think salads, think quiches, all those lovely things. It's one to just put in the picnic camper. Flint Vineyards Pinot Noir Precoce 2023. So this is an English red. There's not very much English red made yet, but again, it is on the rise. And as the name suggests, the vineyard where this is from sits on flinty soil, and they're in Norfolk. This is a winery started by a couple called Ben and Hannah Witchell about 10 years ago. And Ben worked a few vintages in Beaujolais, and I think that really shows in his wines, because this one here is, like Beaujolais, really light and fresh and juicy. And Precoce means really it's an early ripening variety of Pinot Noir, which is good for this climate because obviously we are in a marginal climate. But he's really brought out the best side of this grape, I think. Serving your red slightly chilled is becoming increasingly popular. It's something they've been doing on the continent for a long time with their lighter, juicier red. So a wine like this would really suit if you're outside on a hot day. Otherwise, just serve it at room temperature. It's totally up to you. But I think the main thing about this wine is it's a really fun drink. I hope you've enjoyed this English wine edit, and I really hope it's shown you just how much is going on in the English wine scene. We've got some fantastic producers making really innovative styles of wine. And don't forget, if you order all 6, you get a 10% discount as well.